Welcome, everyone. You're in the right place. Welcome to our 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Central, 10 a.m. Pacific CE course hosted today by Minal Sampat. This is Jim Gerson from CareStack.
My name is Minal Sampat. I am a best-selling author of the book, Why Your Marketing is Killing Your Business and What to Do About It. I'm a marketing strategist, a social media coach, a dental hygienist, a founder of Marketologist, which is an online marketing strategy school, a speaker. And really, if you want to remember anything, I am an enthusiastic shoe lover. That's really what you need to know about me. So if there is anything going on and you just tell me, hey, Minal, what do you think about those shoes? We have a connection there. We can chat about it. I have been doing this since 2008. I'm very lucky to, right after college, get into dental marketing specifically, and I've been doing it ever since. I absolutely love it, enjoy it. I'm humbled and honored to be featured in industry press and Forbes multiple times. So today I kind of want to go over why our marketing it may be killing our business and ways where we can improve our marketing. I know that marketing in itself is overwhelming. It is crazy. And I'm probably maybe one of the only marketing person that is going to tell you that you're doing too much marketing. In fact, I don't think the amount of marketing, whatever marketing you're doing right now, you could reduce it by 20%. Because the issue lies is that all marketing works and all marketing does not work. Why is it that some dental practices have mailers and they work amazing? Why is it that some dental practices absolutely hate mailers and they're all about social media ads? Why is it that some practices say social media ads don't work at all, but Google ads are the way to go? It's interesting, isn't it? Because it almost seems like every single marketing platform, Google ads and social media ads and mailers and websites and reviews and all of that stuff works, but it works for some practices and it doesn't work from other practices. Because you see, it doesn't lie, the issues don't lie in the marketing platforms. It's about how we are leveraging them and if they are the right platforms for us. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And I hope that you brought in some pen and paper, because I'm literally going to show you how to build your marketing plan. And there's a whole slide around how to build your marketing plan, how to systemize it, how to find your ideal patients, and the whole thing. So if you don't have pen and paper right now, please go ahead and grab that while I tell you a little bit of my background. So for me, I grew up in the US Virgin Islands, in St. Thomas. This is the beautiful, one of the world's best beaches called Magens Bay. Now, for me, when I fell in love with marketing, I was just 12 years old. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen here so you guys can kind of see me directly, because I want to share this story with you. First of all, how many of you have been to the Virgin Islands? Anybody been to Magens Bay, the beautiful beach in St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands? It is very popular for many, many things, including jewelry, including liquor, including cigars, and a duty-free shopping. So that's where I grew up. I was born in India. And at the age of 12, my family said, hey, Minal, we're going to move to the Virgin Islands in St. Thomas. Now, as a 12-year-old, when you go to a new place, a lot of it becomes scary. A lot of it is anxious, anxiety driven and all of that. And I had all those feelings. But my parents decided that they are going to throw a dinner party just so they could know the neighbors, get to know the community and the whole thing. Well, it wasn't just any ordinary party. In fact, what it was they decided to throw a dinner party on the night of the Cricket World Cup. Now, for many of you thinking about Cricket World Cup, cricket is a sport and it's very big. Now, the World Cup is very similar to, you guessed it, Super Bowl in the continental United States. So this World Cup, it was between West Indies and India. So we're in this small 2-bedroom apartment that my parents moved into, and it's family of 4, my brother, myself, my mom and dad, and they invited over 40 people. So there are over 40 people in this small 2-bedroom apartment. There's a lot of energy. Like I can still remember all the energy. Like I can smell the spices in the air as my mom was frying the samosas, and I can even hear the ice being crushed as the pina coladas were being made, right? And I had like all this energy with people going, go West Indies, go West Indies, and the other side, go India, and there was all this energy. And I just remember sitting on the floor next to the couch, because that's where all the kids end up when there are 40 people in a small, tiny apartment. Because you see, my favorite part was coming up. just like the Super Bowl, the World Cup also has the best ads. So I was getting all excited. I always loved ads. This ad comes on for a flat screen TV. The first frame in this ad is zoomed in on a man's face, and he's crying. He has tears coming down his eyes. The second frame is zoomed out, and you could see that he's sitting in a living room. He's sitting on a couch in the living room, and he's watching this flat screen TV. So we gather that whatever he's watching on that flat screen TV is making him cry. He's reacting to whatever is on that flat screen TV. And then the third frame is zoomed in on what was playing on that flat screen TV. Any guesses what was making this man react by crying to that flat screen TV? Do you know what he was watching? Any guesses? Are you ready for this? There were onions being chopped. There were onions being chopped on that flat screen TV, and this man was reacting to onions being chopped on that flat screen TV. Brilliant, isn't it?
Definitely a great message. Yes.
Well, that is the point in my life that I fell in love with marketing. And not just marketing, I fell in love with marketing strategy. Because what I ended up doing as a 12-year-old was I would just watch for another ad to show up that was done that well, and they just wouldn't show up. And I realized it's not about a TV ad. A TV ad is just a marketing platform, but it's how you leverage that TV ad. And that is marketing strategy. Now, I know that some of you are wondering and saying, well, what is a marketing strategist now? Because you're right. I am that annoying person that you call and I'm like, no, I don't build your website. No, I don't manage your reviews. No, I don't do your Google ads either. So they're like, well, what do you do? Well, what I do is marketing strategy. I take a look at everything that's going on in our marketing, and I like to have the chopped onion effect brought into the current marketing. And then if needed, we remove some other marketing, we add some more marketing depending on who you are, and we come up with an efficient marketing plan. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of that, and I'm going to show you exactly what is the difference between marketing and marketing strategy. So a marketing is just using various channels, platforms, and outlets to share about your practice, right? To get in front of potential patients. Simple enough, that's marketing. Marketing strategy is understanding what to do and how to maximize those various channels, platforms, and outlets to reach practice goals by converting potential new patients and building long-term trust with current patients. So marketing is everything that we do in our platforms. Marketing strategy, the bottom line is understanding what to do and how to maximize those various platforms. So I'm going to give you an example. Right now, so many of you have dental websites, right, for your practice. When you go to your practice website and when you go to meet the team or about us page, what is the layout of that profile? There's usually the name of the doctor or the team member, right? Usually where they grew up and just a little bit of things about that, where they went to school, the accolades that they have, the organizations that they belong to, the awards that they have received. And then on the bottom, it's something like, Dr. X, Y, and Z loves to go skiing. And his free time, he loves to go skiing. Now, is that the layout of your About Me page, Meet the Team page, About Us page? It is, isn't it? That's marketing. Marketing is making sure that, yeah, we have About Us page on our website. Now, let's take that and convert that to marketing strategy. I'm a dental hygienist. So let's say that you were to go to the dental practice website that I am a dental hygienist at, and you go to Meet the Team page, and there is me. It says Meet Minal Sampat. Now, instead of just having a photo of me with my hands crossed on the side and giving that smile that every single person has, it's not like that. There's a video of me. And the video goes something like this. Hi, my name is Minal Sampat. I am honored to be a part of this amazing team at X, Y, and Z pediatric dental practice. You know, one of my favorite things to do is to laugh. I have one of those big belly laughs that you could just hear from the other room. You see, I was born in India, and when I look at my photos of me as a kid in India, I wasn't laughing loud or smiling big because I had black spots on my teeth. Today, I am a dental hygienist, a pediatric dental hygienist, because I don't want any child to feel like they cannot smile big and laugh loud. I look forward to meeting you and your family and serving them by providing healthy and beautiful smiles. And just underneath that video are just a couple of bullet points on where I went to school, the accolades, and the information. Marketing and marketing strategy. And here's something interesting that I know about all of you, even though I don't know any of you personally. There is a reason you became a dental practitioner. How many of you actually have that reason on your website? How many of you have the regular marketing? Hey, here's my name, my accolades, where I went to school, and the organizations I belong to, and what I like to do in my free time. That's exactly the same to everybody else. When a patient is looking for a dental practice, yes, they're looking for reviews, they're looking at your website, right? And when they go to your website, they immediately want to connect with you as a person, as a human. We all know that emotion sells. A part of marketing is emotion. So how can we take that? The same thing as a chopped onion effect. How do we get somebody to react to having chopped onions playing on a flat screen TV and they're crying and that's our ad? The story I just told you, right? So instead of having my regular About Me page, to, hey, meet Manal, the marketing strategy page, which one connected you with more? The second one, right? Because the second one I just gave you, and that was what, less than a minute, Jim? How long was my story?
Yeah, I would say it's under 50 seconds.
Under 50 seconds. And which one connected more with you? The first one or the second one?
I think definitely people love to engage with video, right? So, and it personalizes, it gives them, it's a mission.
It's a mission. And so the reason that a mom was looking at it is because she knows that she probably has kids who are scared to go to a dentist. And my experience with what I have, I'm going to be kind, I'm going to be patient, I'm going to be gentle. And that's what they're looking for. It's a lot of it is selling the human. So I kind of wanted to ask you this, and I want you to make this a homework point for you. So I told you to bring some pen and paper. When you brought the pen and paper, go ahead and tell me, write down on there, and you can work on this on your own. I'm going to give you the formula of how to come out with that marketing strategy for your profile. There are 3 steps to this actual system. The first step is there is a point in time in your life where you decided to be a dental practitioner. Maybe you grew up in a family of dentists and dental practitioners. Maybe you had an experience in college where you were shadowing a lot of different things and you were shadowing a dentist, and there is something that ignited that in you that you said, I want to do this. Now, some of you may be like, well, you know what, good hours, and I could be in healthcare, but I don't have to work hours. And now I know that you're thinking, no, it's pretty much the same. I'm still working crazy hours and there's still a lot going on. But what is that moment? For me, like I said, that moment was when I was looking at the photos of me as a child in India and realizing I'm not smiling big and laughing loud because I remember being so embarrassed of the black spots on my teeth. I did not have the dental care that I needed as a kid. So that's number 1. Number 2, so the first one is, what is that moment in your timeline? Okay, wherever that moment is, find that moment and write that down. Number 2, this is going to go a little bit deep. Why did that moment make you want to be a dental professional? So for me, like I said, the moment was when I was looking at the photos. And then the second moment was, I want to be a pediatric dental hygienist, not just a dental hygienist, a pediatric dental hygienist. That was a moment for me that I realized that, you know what, I want to make sure that kids can smile big and laugh loud and they like going to the dentist and taking care of their teeth. I want to do that. What is that? And then the third one is the one where you connect with your audience directly, where they see you as themselves. So when I said, I don't want any child to feel like they cannot smile big and laugh loud, I look forward to meeting your family and making sure that they have beautiful and healthy smiles. You see, that mom is seeing me as a part in her and saying, you know what? she seems nice. Like, I want to meet her. I think that she would be really good with my kids. What is that moment? Now, that moment could be many different things for you. That connection that you have with them. The simple thing saying, hey, you know what? I actually have my dad who was not able to eat and drink. And the reason he's able to enjoy just his retirement right now is because we were able to do dental implants. And you have a photo of your dad that shows up in your video where he's laughing loud with the family and hugging everybody, and you guys are having a great time. You need people to see themselves in your story. So that's the third point. All right. So 3 different ways where you're going to create that marketing strategy on your current website. You're not going to spend any more money on the website or anything like that, but just create that. That same story could be added, printed out in a Word form, right? Not just a video, but in a Word form inside your practice. You can have that same story be emailed out to your patients. You could have that same video that you have right now that I just helped you make for the marketing strategy. And you could send that out to all the new patients that are scheduling their appointments with you. Tip number 2, are you ready for marketing strategy? Marketing is a new patient calls, you put them in your schedule and you send them a very generic email with their patient forms to fill those out, right? That's how we all are. They automatically either get one or they don't even get sometimes the patient forms they have to fill out. It depends on which system you're using. I know CareStack is great with that. They have a really good system to take care of all of that. So let's say that we were to switch it up a little bit. From marketing, a new patient calls goes in your schedule, to marketing strategy. A new patient calls, goes in your schedule. Then while you're on the phone with them, let's say you have Mrs. Smith who's calling to schedule your new patient appointment, and you say, hey, Mrs. Smith, we are so very much looking forward to having you on Thursday. We'll see you at 10 a.m. By the way, Dr. Jim would love to make sure that he's able to invite you and send you a message. And I want to share all the paperwork with you in advance. You don't have to worry about it. What is a good email address for us to do that? So now you're getting the email address from her, and you have the email address. And let's say Sarah is the person who spoke to Mrs. Smith. Well, an email goes out from Sarah. And in that email, it says, Mrs. Smith, welcome to our patient family. We are so very excited to see you at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Just to make this as efficient and easy for you, because we all know time is important. Here's your paperwork. Click on this link, fill out this paperwork. And you know what? Dr. Jim really wanted to make sure that he's able to give you a personalized welcome. There's a video attached to this email. Please make sure that you watch that video. Now, that video that you did on your website could be the same video you added on there. All you have to do is change the front of that video, like the front slide, to say, welcome, Mrs. Smith, to our patient family. You see, so easy to do because you're just repurposing that video, adding that in there. And in there is Dr. Jim saying, hi, this is Dr. Jim. I'm so very much looking forward to meeting you, whatever it is, right? And now there is a video attached to it. Then you go ahead and you also write down a few other things like this. Mrs. Smith, if there are, as you know, there is office closures sometimes due to the weather and changes in schedule. We are living in an unprecedented time. Please know that we actually update all of that stuff on our Facebook page, because as we know, everybody's on social media. So please go ahead and follow our Facebook page so that if there is anything, it's very easy for you to find out that information. Also, Dr. Jim is a pretty hilarious guy. Did you know that in his college, he used to be a juggler and he used to juggle? So Dr. Jim loves to do all this crazy and fun stuff. And if you want to follow along with our team and our practice culture and Dr. Jim, here's our Instagram link. Please go ahead and follow us on Instagram. And you just make it into a bullet point, fill out the forms, watch the video of Dr. Jim, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. So now what you're doing is you're sending them, hey, here's your to-do list for the next 4 things, but you're giving them a reason. Because one of the questions that I get all the time from people is, hey, I just can't get people to give me their emails, or I just can't get people to follow me on my social media. And I'm telling you, you do that at the right point. As soon as a new patient phone call comes, you send that. You see, so marketing is you get a new patient phone call and you convert that into your schedule. Marketing strategy is you get a new patient phone call, you convert that into your schedule, and then you convert them into your patient base, into your patient family by having the welcome video, by making sure that they're following you on your Facebook, by making sure they're following you on your Instagram, by making sure that they have watched that video from the doctor. And it doesn't take long. You literally, all you have to do is create a slide. You can repurpose that same video and you can create a video with Dr. Jim saying, We are so very much looking forward to meeting. I am so very much looking forward to meeting you. Thank you for choosing our practice to be your dental home. Please know that our team is super excited. So, I mean, who gets that, right? Patients don't receive that from a dentist as a video attached to their email. And if you just have the front slide to say, welcome, Mrs. Smith, to our patient family, and you can go crazy. I mean, listen, we love it. We live in a world of videos. Our iPhone can do that for us. Right? Our platforms can do that for us. And you have welcome Mrs. Smith. And you literally have like an emoji or something of everybody like jumping in the air saying, welcome Mrs. Smith. And Mrs. Smith is going to be so excited to meet you. She's going to show up for that appointment. She's going to follow you on Facebook. She's going to follow you on Instagram, and she's going to fill out the paperwork. And now she knows who Dr. Jim is and what the practice is about. So she feels a personal connection. So now you're also reducing the no-show rate, because it's not just a generic email going out. Marketing and marketing strategy. Everybody's with me so far? Yes? All right, give me some chats, give me some Q&As, guys, because
Yes,
I like engagement. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put a poll out just because I think it was helpful to know who comprises our audience.
Yeah.
So that way you can kind of tailor these next couple points to that audience. So audience, this is anonymous. I'm gonna go ahead and send this poll out there. And if you wouldn't mind, just have a moment to click on what role kind of is best associated with the role you play in the dental practice. That would be super helpful. And so, I'll come back to this in a moment. Keep going. Your deck's not showing. It's just you, just to let you know.
Yep. I'm going to show the deck upcoming soon.
Great.
There we go. Wonderful. All right. So now that I kind of talked to you about that marketing and marketing strategy, what I want us to start focusing on is, okay, so how do we actually start organizing our marketing? So I'm going to share my screen with you. This is where you start taking a lot more notes. I know Jim probably told you this is going to be an easy webinar, right? Oh, right, Jim? Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yes, always. You got it.
Give me a second. I feel that it disappeared. There we go. Can everybody see my screen?
You got to go hit share. We don't see it right now.
Okay, let's try that again.
Yep, it's up.
Wonderful. So now you are going to take this and you're going to break this down. You're going to break this down into 5 different types of marketing, okay? There is internal marketing, content marketing, digital marketing, social media marketing, and external marketing. So the internal marketing is internal, inside our practice, patients, team, decor, culture, experience. I included decor because decor is your brand. And if you want to attract people who are going to pay out of pocket and you want to become a more fee-for-service practice, then you have to show them that you are worth it. And a lot of that comes with your branding and how your decor is, what people look. So decor, even though people don't consider that internal marketing, it is internal marketing. As soon as you walk into a place, you know if you're going to like that place or not like that place. And that moment, that first impression matters the most, especially for new patients coming in, that you want to make them into long-term patients, and you want to get your current patients to refer you new patients. Your current patients are the #1 source of new patient referrals. That is just a stat. After that, you have Google and all that stuff. But the first thing is your current patients are the #1 new patient referral sources. I'm sorry, it's the poll. The poll keeps
You're fine, don't worry about it. This is
it's on my screen, so it keeps moving and then it keeps kicking me out.
No sweat, okay. We're good. We see it. So real quick, update. Here's our audience and how they're represented. So a little over 40% are hygienists or in the hygiene community, and then followed by dentists, and it's a split between associates and owner dentists.
Wonderful, wonderful, great. Well, welcome all. The second part of this is content marketing. So the content marketing is the actual content, the message you're trying to sell. What I told you about my profile, right? On my website page, that's a message. Photos, videos, graphics, design, that's content marketing. Content marketing has become a big part, and this is why it's on my top 5 marketing, because that's all we do anyways, right? All of our photos and videos, whether it's online, whether it's on a flyer, whether it's on our social media, it's a huge part. The third one is digital marketing, website, SEO, AdWords, blogs, emails, funnels, all of that stuff. Then we have social media marketing, posts, reels, stories, ads, features, the whole thing. And then we have external marketing, community, print, networking, signage, the whole thing outside of the office. I do want to tell you something. Your signage is in the top 5 new patient referrals. Drive-through continues to be a huge part of marketing. So if your signage is not very attractive or it's not something that grabs people's attention, this is the time to update that a little bit. I'll give you an example. For me, there is a bank here next to my house, and the bank shows the temperature of every day. Like, it just shows what the temperature is every day. No matter what, every time I'm driving, I look at that temperature. And I know the bank's name now because I keep looking at the temperature. Not that I don't have the temperature in my car or on my phone, but as I'm driving, I turn around and I look at that temperature and I stare at it and I'm like, oh, look, it's 85 degrees today. Oh, it's 60 degrees today. It's common. It grabs your attention. So start thinking of the chopped onion effect when it comes to your signage. It's a huge part of how we are going to get new patients in the door. So I want you to, in your books right now, I want you to write these 5 steps down: internal, content, digital, social media, external, because there is going to be a system to this. Now, let's say that we have these 5 types of marketing. Then we figure out, well, who is my audience? Who do I want to attract to my practice? Just yesterday, a dentist called me up, and it's funny. In the industry, I am known as a marketing therapist. People call me up because they're frustrated with their marketing, they're overwhelmed, or they had a bad experience, they don't know where to do or how to go about it. And he got on the phone with me. And when I asked him this, and I said, well, who is your audience? And he's a GP practice. And he said, Minal, I see everybody. I would treat kids, I would treat, young people, families. I want to treat everybody. I'm like, yeah, but who do you really want to bring into your practice? And if you're treating everybody, that means that we need to have 3 different kinds of audience plans. Because you see, right now in America, we have the boomers, the Gen X, the Gen Y, the Gen Z as well, and the silent generation. Now, these 3 generations, the boomers, the X, and the Y, are the ones which most of us are trying to bring to our practice. Most of us want to target. If you are a practice that is doing a lot of cosmetic work, or if you're doing full mouth rehabs, implants, boomers are that generation that you want to attract, right? Because they need that work. The Gen Xers are right in the middle. These are our bread and butter. These are our hygiene patients, our crown patients, our just basic dental work patients, root canals, and things like that. These are the younger families. And then we have the millennials. And I know that you are like, well, yeah, but I don't know if I need to attract the millennial. I'm not too sure about the millennial. Why do I want the millennial? I will share with you why. But this is the graph that we have from 2019. I'm waiting for the 2020 report from the Pew Research Center. So you see, we have the silent generation, the boomers, the Gen X, the millennials, and the Gen Z on the top. The Gen Z are the ones who are making TikTok go viral. They are the ones who are getting to that adulthood now, and they are making some changes, but not the most. Now, here's what I want to share with you. Let's just say that from the boomers, the Gen X, and the millennials, pick a generation. Take this moment, take just one moment, and pick a generation that you want to attract to your practice. The boomers, the Gen X, the millennials. If you want to attract all 3, that's totally okay, but I'm going to give you tips on how you can do that. Did you write it down? Boomers, Gen X, millennials. So let's begin. The first one, boomers, the largest living generation. They love to talk to real people. They are loyal to brands, and they account for 50% of all consumer expenditures. So let's break this down into marketing. Longest living generation, we already know that. They like to talk to real people. So if you're trying to attract this generation to your practice as new patients, there is a very good chance that you will have to make sure that you have a receptionist at the other end, but that when the phone rings, they pick up the phone, they are kind on the phone, they are patient on the phone, they answer all the questions on the phone, and they have a very good personality. Your marketing budget should include a new patient ambassador to talk to real people. Because this generation is known to want to talk to real people. Not that they are not digitally savvy. They are digitally savvy. They may not be as comfortable with technology as, let's say, the millennials. But they love to talk to real people. So if you want to attract this generation to your practice, you need to, in your marketing budget, make sure that if you are doing funnels to get implants in your practice, or if you are trying to do Google AdWords and all of that stuff, and you're adding a phone number for that specific, whatever audience that is, to reach out to you. At the other end, you can't tell, hello, what, I don't have time for it. Like, what are you doing? I don't, what? Okay, hold on. Are you born again? What is going on? Hold on. What is your insurance? No, you need somebody like, hey, hi, welcome to our practice. I'm so excited that you called us. So you want to find about dental implants. What are your questions? You need somebody. And this happened to me myself, where
Well put,
moved
Minal.
to,
That's a good example.
well, it's so true though. And it happened to me. Like, I didn't tell this dental practice who I am or anything. I moved to a new town and I called this dental practice, and I literally have the entire call in Word because I typed it out on how bad it was. And how I would, and then I sent them an email to the dentist saying, this was my experience and I wouldn't come to you. And he's like, oh my God, I didn't realize it. And then he went back and looked at the recorded calls, and horrible. So no, if you're going to give a phone number, make sure that whoever is picking up that phone actually wants people to come to your practice. Number one, right? Number two, this generation is awesome and they are loyal to brands. So my dad is a baby boomer. I remember when his favorite deodorant company was going to pretty much, archive the scent that he likes. So they made an announcement about it. And I remember my dad literally in his car, frantically going from one shop to the other and buying all the scents of that same deodorant so that he could have a deodorant. And I'm sitting here going, as a millennial, going, Dad, there are like thousands of different things you can choose from, right? And he's like, but no, I've been using this since I was a young boy, and this is a deodorant I like, and this is a scent I like, and I just need to have the supply for the rest of my life. And he's literally buying the cases of this deodorant scent just so that he can have it. I've seen this happen many, many times. And this is research from Pew, right? So this is not things that I haven't made this up. This is data that we have. With marketing, you want to use data so you can make better decisions. Well, because we know they are loyal to brands, if you have Mrs. Smith come on in and make that appointment, and you make sure that she has the best experience ever, and you make sure that she is somebody who loves you guys, has been coming to you guys, talks about you guys, she will herself become your sales force. That's the person that you want to get on the video. And I know that your question is going to be, no, I can't. People are so nervous about getting on the video. I'll give you a little system. You just have to wait for the whole webinar. It's coming towards the end. I will give you a system on how you can get Mrs. Smith to talk about you, not just to other people at her own time, which is amazing and great, but also on a video for you. So I will discuss that for you. They account for 50% of all consumer expenditures. Now, clearly they have the money. They are not, paying for a house or starting a family or paying back student loans, all of that. They have money. So this is the generation that many people, when they reach out to me, they tell me that they want to attract the Gen X. And then I'll say, great, well, what is the treatment you want to attract for? And they'll say full mouth rehab and implants. And I'm like, okay, that's great, but the Gen X may not all need that, but the baby boomers will need that, and they have the money to pay for that. So we do need to make sure that our treatment matches our audience as well. And because they have the money, they will come and spend that money. I have a client in Maryland, 2-practitioner practice, and their only marketing, believe it or not, are mailers. And they are a multi-million-dollar dental practice because you know why? Over 80% of their cases are full mouth rehabs. So this is what they work on. It's not about the quantity. People always get obsessed with saying, I want 20 new patients. But 20 new patients coming for hygiene and 20 new patients coming for implants are two different things. So understand your treatment and then understand your audience and then work around your chopped onion effect to make sure that they're actually connecting. The boomers. Now let's talk to the Gen X generation. I know all of you want to attract the Gen X because they are the long-term patients. They are going to stick around. These are the ones who have family. So they bring if you're a GP, you attract the whole family to it, right? They're the young parents. What do young parents have? Super, super busy lifestyle. When I think of the Gen X, so my brother is a Gen X and he grew up during the rise of the Amazon. Now we all love Amazon, but he grew up during the rise of the Amazon. And if you think about Amazon, why do we love Amazon? It's efficient, it's easy, and it's just made our life totally normal for me to go shop at 11 p.m. at night and expect that I'm going to get whatever I ordered in 2 days. but I can shop at 11 p.m. I can look at the reviews. I can see what's going on. Now, this generation, they are a busy lifestyle patient. That means that for this specific generation, they are email communicators. These are the busy people who not always have a time to talk to you at 10 a.m. in the morning or 3 p.m. when they're picking up the kids from school. But they will communicate you via email. So if you want to attract this generation, yes, you need emails. And if you have chat boxes or chat bots that you're trying to use, most of the time the chat bots disappear after 5 p.m. But when does a busy mom and dad have time? In the evening. So if you're going to use it, again, make email a priority in your practice for patient communication for this specific generation, because they will be able to email you back at 11 p.m. at night. Do they love texting? Sure, but who's texting somebody at 11 p.m. at night? That's not okay. Email is okay, because you can send an email at 2 a.m. in the morning because you're not disturbing anybody. It's just going in the inbox. So email communication is huge for them. And they are conscious shoppers. They're super conscious shoppers. Now, because they're conscious shoppers, that means they look at reviews, but not just reviews as much as the millennials do. They love to get feedback from other people. Cue in Facebook groups. Huge part of our marketing is Facebook groups, right? Facebook in itself is a harder sell when it comes to business pages, and we'll talk about that. But when it comes to our Gen Xers, Facebook groups are where they go and they put down and say, do you guys know a dentist or family dentist in the area who's really great? And then people come in. They will go to Nextdoor app, because again, these are families who are starting a home, they're building a family together. So they're on the Nextdoor app doing the same thing. Are you on the Nextdoor app? Are you being talked about in the Facebook group? What about the mob groups? Most towns in America have an online mom blog or a mom group or a mom influencer. It's just there. I have tried it in the smallest town possible in the middle of nowhere, and I will still find a blog by a mom who's writing her day. And she has all these other moms looking at it and talking about it. They're conscious shoppers. Look at where they are and put your marketing there. And if you are able to do that, then you're not spending extra money on your marketing. You're leveraging the marketing you already have. Gen Xers. Now let's talk about the millennials. I know. We hate them. Guys, I have to say that I am a millennial. So I apologize in advance if you hate me.
No, we don't hate them. I'm a Gen Xer. I think millennials have this thing that everyone hates them. That's their baggage that they bring with them.
Oh, I know. It's our, it's our instant gratification issues that we have with what we do.
But that first bullet point is so key. They're the largest portion of the workforce now.
That's it. Millennials are the largest workforce in the United States. And the second point sounds weird, the largest generation of entrepreneurs. And you're like, but hold on, aren't millennials the couch potatoes and they are instant gratification and they complain all the time and they're on social media all the time and all that stuff? Yeah, but here's the thing about the Gen Y, the millennials. So I'm a millennial and I graduated in 2008. Do you guys remember 2008?
That was the recession. Yeah, sure.
That was the recession. So I graduated during the recession and I was very lucky to get a job at a dental practice, but it took a while. And for many of us, that was a huge hit. Well, I'm not giving excuses for us. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that for many of us, we had two choices, right? One, we were seeing that our parents who have been working for a business or an industry for X amount of years were now being fired. They were losing their pensions. They were losing their homes. So we immediately, the loyalty part is a hard one for you to sell us on, because we realize that we have choices and loyalty does not seem to mean much because we literally became adults during the recession. And so for us, it's a hard pill to swallow. So this is one of the reasons why we believe in choices, and then technology made it easier for us. We grew up with phones. Like I remember having the Nokia flip phone, remember that in high school? And like using the Nokia flip phone and the one phone with the little things that you to type on or whatever, and now you have iPhones. But I remember having phone in my high school, and technology made it very easy for us to be like, you know what, I could go to Google and search for things. Like I have options. Millennials know that they have options. What that means is that if you want them to connect with your practice, you have to give them something more than just being a dentist. You have to give them something that they could believe in, because they are innovative shoppers. Innovation is key for us. If we go to your website and your website looks like it's from the 1980s, there's a very good chance we are not coming, because we judge you on how you use technology. If we go to your website and there is a contact form and we fill out that contact form and you do not reply to us, we judge you on that and we will move on. We will not stick around like the boomers who know that they're probably like, they're probably busy, or you know what, Dr. Jim was going to go on vacation, so that's why he didn't get back to me. Millennials will say, why do you have a form that I could fill out then? I'm just going to move on and go to somebody else.
Hey,
So
Manal,
millennials, yes.
quick interruption, just to give you a heads up. You've got 10 minutes until we go to our Q&A.
Perfect. Sounds good. Perfect. Sounds good. So we also have the consumer feedback, right? So online shoppers, consumer feedback, and innovative shoppers, they are one of the biggest ones. They judge you on how you use technology. That's the bottom line. So if your technology is not up to par, this is a big miss when it comes to that generation. So I'm going to give you a little bit of homework here. You are going to build, when you have some time, your patient avatar. Now, this is also in my book. So if you guys have my book, chapter 2 is where I go into the details about this. But I want you to bring your patient avatar. I want to have age, gender, profession, social circle, hobbies, income, work and home location, and relationship status. Now, when you build your patient avatar, I want you to then name that avatar. So Jim, would you be with me on this?
Sure, go for it.
Let's build the patient. All right, so let's figure out an age of an ideal patient we want to attract to our practice.
Okay, let's say we want a range between 40 and 49.
Give me an exact age.
Exact age. I'm going to pick on Dan DeLuca there. He looks like he's 41.
All right, 41. So gender male, yeah.
Gender male, yep.
Profession.
Profession. He is a sales manager.
Sales manager. Okay, so
Yes.
Works at a corporate office, right?
Corporate guy. Very corporate. Yep.
Very corporate. What about social circle? What is his usual social circle?
People that the friends of his like he has young kids, and they're the parents of the kids that are friends with his kids, I guess is what I would put. And then friends from high school and college that he still travels with. He's in a biker gang on the weekends.
Nice. So one of his hobbies is biking.
Yes, he's a motorcyclist. Yep.
Ooh, okay. So motorcyclist, and what else? What are a couple of his hobbies?
I don't know, Jeff. Dan, do you want to unmute yourself there? What are some other hobbies you want to throw out there?
Sure. Aside from my motorcycle action, I coach my kids in soccer and baseball. Okay.
Soccer and baseball. Golf.
Yep.
You like to play golf. I love that. Dan, you don't have to give us your exact income openly to everybody, but let's just ball, just whatever income you want to say for this specific person here.
Oh, big time. He's high six figures.
All right. So let's say
high six figures.
All right. So we'll say high six figures, and then your work and home locations. Is your work close to your home? You work from home? What's the deal there?
Yeah,
you travel for work?
Right now, during the pandemic, I'm working from home, but my office is 15 minutes from my house.
All right, so pretty close by, right?
Yeah.
And then relationship status, you have a family, yeah?
I do.
All right, so this patient avatar, now Dan came in and told us some of his stuff, but what we would do is we would build our own, and then we'll name this avatar. And in this case, our avatar is Dan. So Dan, I'm going to build a marketing plan for you. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we are trying to bring Dan to our practice. The first thing we know is internal marketing. Now we know Dan, and we know that Dan has a family. So that means that our internal marketing, if you want to attract the entire family of Dan, which is, his significant other, the kids, everybody else, we need to make sure that our office does not look like a museum with a fancy place, like a modern office that you don't want to touch anything. It has to be inviting and has to have a homely feeling. So I directly start with our internal marketing. I also understand that Dan is a parent, and Dan, you have a very busy lifestyle?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm like, you know what? I want to do something internal marketing where I want to do a patient give back or patient appreciation, right? So for Dan, if I want to do a patient appreciation or a patient give back, what I am going to do is I'm going to see what does Dan would like. maybe instead of just giving out $100 Amazon gift card or that spa thing that I always do, because I know Dan is a busy parent, maybe I can go to Blue Apron and get one week of meals delivered to their house. So Dan doesn't have to worry about going grocery shopping and cooking. Dan, would you like that?
That'd be great.
Or what about if I get a maid cleaning service as our giveaway for our patient appreciation
Now you're
for
talking.
Dan?
Now this home office is,
Yep.
you hit the nail on the head.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you have, so instead of just giving that Amazon gift card, because now I'm doing everything around Dan, because I know what Dan likes and loves. All right, so internal marketing, content marketing. If I, again, want to attract Dan's family to my practice, I'm going to make sure that I'm extremely family oriented. That means my doctor's profiles need to mention the fact that how they are part of a family. We want to understand that our team members are part of a family. Maybe what we need to do is start creating content, photos, videos, messages about having a family life together and how coming and taking care of your health is a family thing, because it is a family thing. When a kid gets sick or gets a tooth pain, I can tell you that mom and dad are pretty upset and busy and trying to figure it out because nobody's going to get sleep that week. Or if the dad gets tooth pain, it's still a problem. If the mom gets tooth pain, it's still a problem. Do you see where I'm going? We are attracting a family. So my content marketing has to focus on Dan's family. Love it. All right. I also know if I go to digital marketing, again, that it's very family oriented, but I found out a few other things about Dan. Dan said that his social circle is also other friends and other parents, even his high school friends, right? So the generations, the people that I want to bring in, more Dans that I want to attract. So in my digital marketing, it would be amazing for us to start talking about how we are accepting new patients, but at the same time, we want to show more and more patient families there. Because when Dan goes to that website, Dan, if you were to go to the practice's website, and you see that not only is the practice family oriented, the people who work there family oriented, but even their patients, instead of just having a one photo of patient before and after, there's a patient family photo. Would that be more attractive to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you think that that would be something you go and be like, these people seem really cool?
Yeah.
They seem pretty awesome, right? So you start doing it that way. Social media marketing. Social media marketing, we know that Dan has a high six-figure job. And on top of that, we know that he works within 5-mile radius of his office location. So in that case, I'll start utilizing my Google AdWords for digital marketing and my social media, Facebook ads, and I will start specifically targeting industries. You heard me correct. On Facebook, which owns Instagram, you can target job titles. You can target industries. You can target interest. We know that Dan likes to golf. We know that he's into motorcycles, right? We know a few things about Dan. So if that's the case, let's start targeting those interests and exact job titles. And it allows us to target salary. So now I'm targeting salary. External marketing. Hey, Dan, if you, do you have any of your, are you going out with your friends anytime soon on the motorcycles?
Yeah, this weekend.
This weekend, where are you guys going?
We're heading out east on Long Island.
East Long Island. Hey, I'm assuming you guys make stops at different places?
We do.
You do. Wouldn't it be cool if the dental practice said, hey, Dan, you know what? We want to do a patient give back or something similar to that. And we want to attract more Dans to our practice. Hey, what are some local spots you guys go to? So let's say you say, you know what? We love to go to this local restaurant down here. It's an Italian place called Anthony's. Great. Well, you go to the dental practice, go to Anthony's now and say, hey, we would love to do something together with you. What we would like to do is anybody who picks up a meal on a Friday night, does a takeout, we like to give a free thing of breadsticks for them. What happens is Dan rolls up, right? He picks up his meal. And then in the meal, there's a free box of breadsticks. And on the breadsticks box, there is a little note and it says, we hope this made you smile. The last year has been it's been very overwhelming for our community and we wanted to give back. We are a local dental practice right around the corner and we just hope that enjoying this pretzel will make you smile. Hashtag paid forward. Hashtag please feel free to share the love on social media. Now, Dan, if you got a free breadstick from a dentist that said, we hope this made you smile and you're supporting the local community and hashtag paid forward and hashtag please feel, share this love on social media, what would you do?
I would check out their social media site, probably like it and share it.
Would you take a photo of the breadstick and usually post it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. We made external marketing work into social media marketing because we found out where Dan likes to go.
And you hit the nail. Dan loves his breadstick, so this is perfect.
So you see, what I'm trying to tell you guys here is when it comes to your marketing, there's marketing and marketing strategy, right? So you build your entire marketing plan around the fact that there is so much more to do there. Don't just stop and say, I have to do Google. Well, what are you going to do on Google? The chopped onion effect has to become a part of any of your marketing. And if you start to do that, it's like your marketing starts to work, no matter what you choose for it to work, no matter if it's mailers or Google AdWords or Facebook or Instagram or just going onto your website, it all starts to work. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So Jim, did you want me to give them my contact information?
Yeah, I'd love for you to share your contact information. That'd be great. And we do have a couple minutes.
Okay.
I want to encourage, we do have a couple of questions and I want to encourage people. So Minal, if I don't give everybody, if I don't give them their CE credit code at like the top of the hour, they show up at my doorstep in Denver. And today I'm going to put Dan's home address in Long Island up there instead, so they can visit him in place of me. But so we do have some questions, but I want to encourage people to use Q&A.
Okay.
You have to share your screen so people can see that. If that's, go ahead. And if we can't get to your question today, reach out to Minal.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to share my screen. So guys, I do multiple different things. I work one-on-one. I'm a social media coach, but the biggest thing, because I am a part of the CareStack University, where I share information. So for CareStack, I do have a marketing strategy school online called Marketologist. And in Marketologist, I just did a session last night on how to do Instagram Reels, which was over 90 minutes, and it was great. And we already have people who have never done Reels. They've already reached 10,000 views since last night. We did a bunch of stuff. I go over everything: internal marketing, external marketing, social media. How do you come up with strategies? All that good stuff. Lots of people in it as well. So if you are interested in marketologist.com so go to marketologist.com. There's already over 30 hours of content, great stuff, live sessions every month, Q&As. Use the code CareStack so you can get $300 off enrollment. This is just a special thank you to CareStack because I am a part of their education faculty. So please use that, take a photo, do whatever you need to do. This is my information. MinalSampath.com is my main website. Marketologist.com is the marketing strategy school. I have my Amazon bestseller, Why Your Marketing is Killing Your Business and What to Do About It, which humbling to say that it's a bestseller in 5 countries. It's on Amazon. You can get a Kindle, you can get an audio, you can get a paperback, whatever you want. My info. The best way to really connect with me is shoot me a message on Facebook, to be honest with you. Like go to facebook.com, put in Minal Sampath, send me a friend request. I have a photo of me in a gray dress. Send me a friend request. Shoot me a message. I spend a lot of my time on Facebook, so please do that. And that's my phone number. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And for the people out here who are watching that are CareStack members, CareStack subscribers, you can go into CareStack University, and Dan will kind of show this in a moment when we get to the demo. And there are like 8 lessons from Minal. So you have complimentary access today. And if you're sitting on the sidelines, we'll talk more about that in a moment. We do have a question I want to bring up from a doctor in the audience.
Sure.
Do you have a specific number of posts that you recommend for Instagram to help keep people engaged?
Absolutely. So Instagram requires a lot more content than Facebook does. The way you want to do, so Instagram is post. So the first thing is post. Stories are better than post. And then Reels are even better than stories. So if you want to get a lot more engagement on Instagram, you want to try and share stories at least every other day on Instagram. So stories are great. Take that story, make that into a highlight. They are amazing to do that. Your post, if you're doing stories every other day, then you can get away with posting about 4 times a week. If you're doing stories every day, because people consume stories so quickly. And if you do Instagram Reels, like I'm telling you, we just did a session last night with over 60 doctors in Marketologist, and some of them already have over 10,000 views since last night for the reel that they did. Wow. Reels is what Instagram is pushing for. It's organic. It's what they are trying to show to a lot more people. So if you have not done Reels, that's my go-to.
Great. One more question, then I'm going to have people go directly to Minal. So on the topic of video, You talk about it briefly, Minal, a while ago. One of our viewers mentioned this. How do I get the patients to feel more comfortable to do a video?
Yes. So sorry. Yes, so sorry. So much content. Okay. So here is, I kind of try to do a 5-step. So I'm going to do this with Jim. I'm going to do this with you right now. Okay. Hey, Jim, how was your appointment today?
It was great. I feel great.
Yeah. What do how you've been a patient for us for how long now?
Oh, about 7 years.
And what do you absolutely love about Dr. Dan?
He's reliable. I'm on time. He values my time. I feel like I'm not getting oversold treatments. Yeah, I feel very comfortable here.
Do you feel that our practice has been very safe during this COVID time?
Definitely, yes.
And would I know that you've been coming to us for a long time. Do you talk about our practice to everybody? Do you recommend it to people?
I do, in social circles and stuff, definitely.
And do you think that people should feel comfortable coming to the dentist?
Yes, especially here, for sure.
Especially here, for sure. So what I just did was I asked Jim questions. All I had to do was remove those questions, and now you have an entire video from Jim. And the way you start that with is, hey, Jim, how was your appointment today? What do you love about Dr. Dan? How long have you been coming to our practice? Do you feel like our practice is safe during the COVID time? Would you refer us to other people? And Jim just did a whole Q&A with us, and then I can just remove the Q&A and we can make it into a video. You see, the thing with video is when you put somebody on spot and say, hey, tell me why you like coming to my practice, they're not going to like that. That's a scary thing. We don't like to be on videos either because we don't know what we can say. So instead, if you do a Q&A and if you just ask questions and people just answer those questions, you can edit that video. That's the cool thing about technology. So what I love to do, especially with the boomer generation, is I sit down with Mrs. Smith and I say, Mrs. Smith, would you mind, if we ask you some questions, we're going to try and make this into a testimonial video. You've been coming to us for such a long time. She'll be like, sure. And you are the one asking the questions. Just remove the questions from the video. And
Well
now
put.
you have a
Thank
video
you.
from Mrs. Smith. So that's my very quick, easy system for you.
Yeah, thank you so much.